Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In today's matchup, we will see two teams playing with each other. GURJAANI Delta against Med Foxes. Let me introduce you the lineups of the teams. Med Foxes. Number 2, the captain of the team, Damien Archer. Number 3, Artur Abramian. Number 10, Devin Smith. Number 12, Jordan Perkins. Number 13, Dwayne Clark. Number 14, Alexander Shaverdian. Number 17, Rafael Safarian. Number 24, Samuel Akopian. Number 30, Martung Grigorian. Number 32, Mika Avedian. Number 34, David Khachadrian. And number 44, Caleb Hunter. The head coach of the team, Maruchun Yesayan. BC GURJAANI Delta. Number 1, Georgi Bakradze. Number 2, Otar Bkhakadze. Number 4, Otar Sulakauri. Number 5, Ricardo Lynch. Number 6, Georgi Kvetenadze. Number 8, Merab Shnegelia. Number 10, the captain of the team, Zurab Machaladze. Number 11, Avi Toomer. Number 13, Lucas Sikharulidze. Number 15, Irakli Sulkhanishvili. And number 21, Georgi Orderidze. Head coach of the team, Irakli Tiziguri. The game will be officiated by the referee Stanislav Vaelev, Hambre Tarakiran Manatsakan Avedisyan, commissioner of the game Susanna Yanokyan.
And we're back for the very first international game of Season 2 for the Caucasus Basketball League between GURJAANI Delta from Georgia Super League and the Mad Foxes from here in Armenia. GURJAANI Delta is going to get the tip, and Avi Toomer, the American from Bucknell, will have the ball to begin the game.
And I'm waiting for you, Dustin, to announce the starting fives before both teams, not only Foxes.
For both teams?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to start with the Foxes, and we're going to have Dwayne Clark, Jordan Perkins, Devin Smith, Damian Archer, and Big David are going to be the starters for the Mad Foxes. Big David's coming back from a game off 2 nights ago against Devin Kalikia. And for GURJAANI Delta, Ricardo Lynch, Avi Toomer, and you're going to have to help me out with these names.
Let's just speak about Devin getting the steal. Good pass. Perkins
Archer to Perkins, no good.
Look at that. Below layup and then fouls right after that. And yeah, in the starting lineup for GURJAANI, it's Otar Kakadze under number 2. Georgi Bagradze and Irakli Sulkhanishvili. So the captain, Zurab Mataladze, is not playing in the starting lineup.
And that's going to be a second foul on Jordan Perkins in the first 42 seconds of the game. So 2 unforced errors by Perkins, and Caleb Hunter, who was the star of the game 2 nights ago against DC, will enter the game early for the Mad Foxes. And 3 team fouls already for the Mad Foxes here in the first minute. As Ricardo Lynch misses the mid-range jump shot, and Big David is going to bring the ball up the floor, looking for Dwayne Clark, and he's going to find Hunter. Hunter's going to be on the left wing, finding Devin Smith. Smith is going to attack the mid-range, put it up for 2, and way off.
And Caleb Hunter is not in a substitute situation after just 44 seconds of playing time. He's in the game. And from the corner, Lynch.
Ricardo Lynch for 3. So GURJAANI Delta playing in the Georgian Super League, the top league in the Republic of Georgia. So far they've played 3 games in the Super League, and they're 2-1. They defeated Olympi, who will be playing tonight against BCDC. So it's going to be exciting to see how these Georgian Super League teams compete against the much improved teams here in Armenia. And it looks like an easy
pass
layup.
from Otar underneath the basket, and Georgi smashes it home. It's 5-0. And after 2 minutes, Mad Foxes are still struggling to get points. While again, Coach Haruta Foxes wants to bring another player in.
And Archer knocks down the layup. So it's 5-2 Delta here early in the first. So the Mad Foxes so far have played 2 games here in Armenia. They won the first one on opening night against Mahogany City by 14 points. And then a very, very close game against BCDC the other night, where a late travel call resulted in a Mad Fox victory by 2 points.
But it was a really close game. Could have gone either way. Foxes were the lucky ones. And now Devin Smith has an opportunity to shoot 2 from the line. Marshawn Lynch picked up his first foul. Oh, it was not Marshawn, I'm sorry.
Marshawn Lynch is an NFL player
yeah.
for the former Oakland Raiders.
He was, and to be honest, that's my favorite NFL player full time.
So now you're just going to be calling him Marshawn
Yeah,
every time?
I guess so. I can try to say his real name, but it's going to be a lot hard for me. But the real person who committed the foul is Avi Toomer, who picked up his first. And Devin Smith makes the free throw. We're going back the other way.
And Otar will have the ball, looking to be guarded by Damian Archer at the logo. He's going to get a flare screen from Ricardo Lynch, who finds Georgie, who hands off to Avi Toomer. And Toomer puts up the 2, and it's no good. And the rebound goes to Damian Archer.
And Otar will be on Damian.
Archer.
There's a free man in the corner, but Archer decides to go all the way. That was a smart decision. He'll be on the line. And Mika Avedian is on the court too.
For Dwayne Clark. So 2 Armenians early on the floor for the Mad Foxes. So last year we had only 1 Super League team.
You remember yesterday when we were talking, and then the microphones cut out.
Yeah.
And I told you we forgot to talk about something, and then there was a timeout. I told the we'll talk about it after the timeout. This is what I was going to tell you
What were you going to tell me?
about the players, Armenian players on the court.
Oh, got you.
But you go on.
Got you. Well, we were going to talk about how last year there was only one Super League team here in the CBL, and that was BC Mega, who were the champions of the league, going 19-2. And the Mad Foxes were the only team to actually beat them, and they did it 2 times during the regular season last year. So it will be interesting with 2 Georgian Super League teams, along with the Georgian A-League team, and then Barsi Adderall, one of the top teams from the National League in Kazakhstan. So the CBL is looking to be an interesting league this year.
And I was going to tell you about Armenian players being on the court too. Well, there was a rule last year to have minimum 2 Armenians on the floor at the same time. Now the rule is changed, and you can have 4 foreigners with only 1 Armenian player.
Yes.
So the improvement this year will be huge.
And for the Georgian team, for GURJAANI Delta, it appears that Avi Toomer and Ricardo Lynch are the only 2 foreign players to go along with the Georgian national players that are on the team. But the Georgian national team, the national team, had a very good summer this year in the European qualifiers. I believe they beat Turkey in one of the games, who had several NBA players on it. So the local Georgians, are very capable of competing, at a high level, and it's going to be really exciting to, see what happens. So it's 7-6. Damian Archer is going to get the ball stolen from him, and up ahead to Otar, who's going to 5 and shooter in the corner for 3, and it's no good, and Archer is going to come away with a rebound, and a block is going to be called on Otar.
And Otar Kakadze is playing great defense on Archer. Last time he got the steal. This time he was called for a foul.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be saying a bunch of first names during the Georgian Super League teams. I struggle with the Armenian names as it is, and now you throw another Georgian team in there, and I'm going to struggle mightily.
Well, you learned a lot in the last 2 years, though.
A lot better than I was in the 2020-21 season.
Great pass.
Great pass from Toomer for a dunk for GURJAANI Delta. So, as I was telling you, Albert, earlier, before the game, Avi Toomer is another player that I know of from back in America. He was a point guard from Bucknell University. I met him at one of my Atlanta camps. Actually, the same Atlanta camp that Damian Archer attended back in 2020. And as we talk about Toomer, he gets a backdoor cut and a great pass for a layup. But Avi Toomer, looking good here in a GURJAANI uniform, as Archer puts up the 2 and is fouled. So Archer will go to the line to shoot another 2 free throws.
And again, after Damian Archer's last game, where again he wasn't in the best condition, he got fouled out in the 4th quarter, couldn't help the team a lot. You see the energy that he has today. We're just 5 minutes in the game. Foxes scored 8 points, 6 from which scored Damian Archer, and with an opportunity to make 2 more from the line. And there's a sub on GURJAANI team. Early in the game, Otar Kakadze was playing great defense on Archer, picks up his 3rd personal foul, so of course he will be on the bench, and replacing him on the floor is Merab Shnegelia. So Archer missed his first one.
We were talking about yesterday, I don't think anybody was able to hear us yesterday, but we were talking for the first half between the 2 of us, and it's really interesting at the difference in referee officiating. A couple games are extremely physical, and they let the players play, and then there's a few games that have been tightly called, and so far, both teams are in the bonus with over half a quarter left here in the first. So, great pass from Mika to Caleb Hunter, who puts it down with 2 hands. And it's 11-10 Delta with 5 minutes to go here in the first. And Avi Toomer will have the ball against Devin Smith. And Toomer looking down on the block. Kick out for 3 to number 15, And rebound to Hunter. Throws it ahead to Smith.
And the big guy, Georgi, got away with the personal foul call. Smith
Gets it out to Big David, who turns down the three, finds Archer, back to Smith, puts up the two, it's no good, and the rebound goes to Georgie.
And it was a really quick release.
Great extra pass to Lynch in the corner for three, no good, rebound David. Archer's gonna have it on the left side, he's gonna get to the left wing, guarded by number 15, which is Irakli.
And it was a good pass, but David blows the layup. Ball goes to Avi.
Toomer finds in the corner, and it's going to be a foul on Big David. So Delta is going to go to the line to shoot two.
Oh yes, it's about time Dwayne Clark checks in. While Dwayne is in the game, the big man from GURJAANI, Georgi, is not going to have a lot of space inside, and it is going to battle underneath if he continues to play like that, while Luka Sikharulidze checks back in. I'm sorry, not back, but the first time.
For the
he's on the
first
floor.
time we see Luka. And Luka is the one Georgian player that's going to be here that I know very well. Every year we run a tour to Portugal where we take players to participate in a few exhibition games in Portugal, and Luka was on the trip this year with me. So he's a 6'5" wing, good shooter, good size, and you know he has an American background, living now in Georgia with his wife, and she also came on the trip with her, so she's watching. Hello, nice to see your husband again. As a three is in the corner by
Mid-up,
the captain of the team. And Devin Smith's in the corner for three, no good, rebound Toomer.
again, tagged a bit from the same spot. Quick release from Devin. The ball comes up short.
Toomer steps into a three, no good, rebound Hunter. And Hunter's gonna bring it around, and it's 1-on-5 until all the Mad Foxes get back. Ball's out to Archer, he's guarded by Lynch.
And this is one of those low-scoring quarters for Foxes. They just scored 12 points in 7 minutes. And again, Archer.
Errant shot, Toomer with the rebound. It's gonna be a one-on-one, and Toomer is gonna have it deflected out of bounds by Mika. And Perkins is gonna come back in with 2 personal fouls, and he's going to replace Archer.
And Mika played good defense. I don't agree with the call either, as he doesn't. He was just standing there. Maybe the ball touched his foot though.
Good ball fake. Another great defense by Mika. And that's something that we were talking about the other night against BCDC. You know, Mika quite frequently got switched off on, you know, the Americans from DC, and they weren't able to take advantage of the mismatch between the American and Armenians, and that's part of the reason why Mad Foxes were able to win.
Again, Merab is on the mid-range. Wants to pass it somehow
Stolen
there,
by
but Dwayne
Clark.
steals the ball.
He tries to get it ahead to Caleb, and Dwayne somehow comes up with it again and puts it up and in on his own miss.
And these guys know Dwayne Clark very well, as Dwayne played last year in Georgia.
And Avi Toomer straight to the bucket. No help side defense, no stopping the ball. And now Hunter's gonna bring it back the other way, and he's gonna miss. And Toomer, who's been on the glass a lot, is gonna find Luka, and the ball trickles out of bounds.
And at the last transition, it was a very confident take by Caleb Hunter, but he came up long, so there's a sub on Georgian Team 2. Finally, after 8 minutes of playing time, big guy Georgi goes to the bench, and now this is the captain, Zurab Makaladze, will be on the court, and he is going to be defending Dwayne Clark, which is, I think it's a mismatch. We'll see.
Dwayne Clark's got a lot of size on him, that's for sure. And Smith's gonna attack the basket, and I mean, the Mad Foxes have kind of been very out of control so far here, you know, trying to attack the basket.
I think the problem is that they are not even trying to pass it when they take it to the basket.
And here comes the Caleb Hunter. I was waiting for him to unload another left-handed slam like he did the other night.
Yep.
But he's gonna get fouled. And that foul is going to go on. I didn't see it.
I think it's either Avi
Or Luka, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Luka. And they were complaining about it being an unsportsmanlike foul. I kind of agree with that. It was a really hard hit. But
it looked like he was making a play on the ball, you know, and that's part of the two-part
Yeah,
criteria
yeah.
of, you know, was it an unnecessary hit, and was he making a play on the ball? And sometimes if he's really making a play on the ball, you know, they're not going to call that unsportsmanlike, you know, but if he doesn't and he's just going for the straight foul, then that's when the unsportsmanlike foul comes into play. So Hunter makes both free throws.
I like the way you think European now.
I've been here long enough. I've seen so many unsportsmanlike fouls calls here in Europe that I'm starting to learn finally.
Yeah. And GURJAANI just misses the ball in an open space with no defense. And Caleb has the ball on three. There you go. This is the matchup I wanted to see.
Dwayne Clark attacked, and he went under the right side. He couldn't finish. He was asking for a foul call, and the ball's out to Lynch on the right wing. Lynch has got Mika on him. Another great defensive stop on the drive from Mika. And Toomer tried to get a screen from Lynch.
And I wanted you to see Perkins' eyes when the referee called his whistle, because he has 3 fouls now. And he thought that the personal foul was called on him, but he's lucky enough. It was an offensive foul. And Jordan Perkins himself will be with the ball. Great take.
Perkins
Good
finds
pass.
Clark. And the Mad Foxes take a 1-point lead, 18-17, under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
For Foxes.
Toomer has got the ball against Hunter. Toomer is going to attack the basket, put it up and in. Great take from Avi Toomer on Caleb Hunter. So Delta takes the lead back. Perkins has got it in the half court.
And this was Avi's 6-point. While Perkins has the ball screen from Dwayne, passes to the corner to Martun.
And Clark is going to put it up and in again. Great pass. I think that number 14 is going to be Alexander.
No, it's Martun Traversen, yes.
Okay. I thought I saw them switching jerseys earlier in the game. So 11 seconds on the shot clock. Toomer's got it. Great defense from Clark, and the ball's going to go out of bounds to the Mad Foxes on the Avi Toomer turnover.
And for the last possession,
Archer's
Damon
coming
Archer is coming back. Foxes have only 7 seconds to make something happen. And don't forget, both teams are in a bonus. And look at that, they were very close to turning the ball over. While, as you said, Luka has the size and plays good defense right now on Archer. And let's see. Dwayne Clark is way open on 3.
Perkins is going to take the three. No good. 2019 Mad Foxes at the end of 1. We'll be back in a minute.
You out of life and I'm rocking the clothes, following these walking Odyssey.
And we're back here for the second quarter between Delta and Mad Foxes. And the Mad Foxes lead by 1 and start with the ball as Jordan Perkins has it, guarded by Luka. Caleb Hunter's in the corner, and it goes back out to Damian Archer. And Archer is going to get a reach-in foul on Luka. So that's going to be the second personal foul on Luka.
And 7th for the team in the game for GURJAANI. While Foxes have 6 of themselves too.
So Archer's going to inbound it to Big David, who's going to save it to Hunter. And Hunter's going to have it one-on-one against Ricardo Lynch. And Hunter's going to shoot the 3. No good. Rebound goes to number 10, which is Zarab. And that's going to be a foul on David. That's going to be his second personal foul.
And there's a 17-second possession for GURJAANI. And in their 5, they have Avid Tumor, Ricardo Lynch, Luka, Merab, and Schnegelia.
And there's a dunk.
Pass. There it is.
There's a dunk from Caleb Hunter on the Ricardo Lynch turnover on the other side. And the Mad Foxes are going to lead by 3.
This we will see a lot during the season.
So Toomer gets it into Luka, and Luka's going to bring it up, guarded by Jordan Perkins. He gets it to Toomer. Toomer to Lynch. Lynch with the big guy on him, David. He's going to try to attack and tries to find Luka in the corner, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. And that's the second straight turnover from Ricardo Lynch.
And the big guy is back in the game, Otar, while Lynch will have some rest on the bench to return, I'm guessing, in the end of the first half. And look at that, Luka.
Picking up full court on Damian Archer.
Yeah.
Archer is going to find Perkins.
Great pass.
For 3, no good. Rebound goes to Zarab. And Zarab is going to bring it out, and they're going to have a 4-on-3 transition break. But Hunter gets his hands on it. And now Perkins and Hunter and Archer in the transition. And Archer puts it up and in. So Mad Fox is on a little run here to start the second quarter. Toomer is going to get it to Merab. And Merab to Zarab, who finds Luka in the corner for 3, off the side of the backboard. And rebound goes out to Delta. Delta finds Toomer. Toomer is going to fire the 3.
There was only
airball.
1 second on the shot clock.
And turnover by Alexander. Ball ends up in the hands of Zarab, who's coming up a little limping after that made layup. So it's 24-21. We'll see if he's okay. And Archer is still getting pressured by Luka in the full court. Hunter.
Caleb passes in the corner.
Puts it up, no good. Great defense. And Toomer comes away with a rebound. Toomer finds Merab, who's looking for Toomer in the corner, finds a little mid-range, and that was the Damian Archer shot. And the offensive rebound goes to the guy.
Otar, after coming back, gets the offensive board, takes the 2 points, cuts the lead down only to 1 point,
and an air ball.
An air ball for 3. Merab has it. Luka is in the corner. And again, a good pass to the big guy.
Georgian
with the left hand, gets the lead.
And that's going to be a timeout.
Have to call a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back after the timeout while the Georgian team are trying to get some seconds out of 24-second possession of Foxes.
And Archer misses the mid-range, and Toomer has been very good on the rebounding so far here in the first half, gets the board. So Delta leads by 1, and another straight line drive to the basket for Delta.
And Merab Schnegelia has 6 points now.
And Perkins is going to have the ball in the paint, trying to find room. He is trapped out to Devin Smith. Smith is going to go one-on-one.
On the shot clock, a lot of time to make something happen, but again, from the same spot, Foxes have missed a lot of shots. But one of them is this, and Avi's on the mid-range free.
Avi Toomer in the Damian Archer zone. 5-point lead for Delta, and they're on a 10-0 run. It was 24-19 Foxes, now 29-24. And Luka continues to pressure Damian Archer full court. I mean, when you talk about the defense that Luka's been having, I mean, he's forcing the Mad Foxes to waste 10 seconds getting the ball up the floor.
And what a good pass by the big guy. And there's a foul.
And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. I think that's a foul on Big David. That might be his 3rd.
If it is, it's a big problem.
No, it's going to go on Mika. That's his 2nd. So now Jordan Perkins, Mika, and David with 2 fouls each for Delta. Otar has been on the bench for a long time with 3 fouls.
And I was going to tell you, let's not forget about him because he was really good and aggressive on defensive side too. So if Luka is tired or gets fouls, he will go to the bench. Otar will come back and everything will be fine.
And Damian Archer is really hearing it on the sidelines right now as he comes out. So we have 3 Armenians on the floor for the Mad Foxes. We have Devin Smith, Jordan Perkins, Mika, Martun Gregorian, and Big David on the floor.
And I think Foxes are the only team who are trying out some different lineups on the court at the same time. While David is open on 3, but Mika is posting up.
Finds Gregorian for 3, no good. And the Mad Foxes have gone cold here in the 2nd quarter. And Toomer is going to attack, finds Luka. Luka finds Marab for 3, and it's an air ball. And he was looking for a foul, and he's not going to get it.
Good defense by Mika, but it is about time that Coach Harut calls a timeout. We'll be back in a minute.
So we're back after the timeout with 5:20 left, and the Mad Foxes are in transition, and Devin Smith straight to the basket.
And we see a whole different energy after coming back from a timeout, not stopping for a second, going all the way to the basket from their own basket.
And the foul's on Georgie, I think, and he just got a knee to the thigh. So we're going to have to evaluate to see how he's doing, you know, on the next few possessions, because he's definitely limping around out there. So Devin Smith's going to shoot the N1 free throw, and they count it. I'm not exactly sure what happened there with the whistle, but
Yeah, the 2 players were, 4 players from GURJAANI were ringside, so if Devin Smith would have missed, he would have gotten an opportunity to shove one more. That was it.
I appreciate that. That's a American rule change from the international side of things that I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
So David gets a steal, tries to get to Perkins, and Luka comes away with it.
And Irakli, zone 3, leaves it to the captain.
Zarab tried to do the give and go. Ooh. Little signs of Jokic for Georgie, but he can't finish. And here comes Perkins, who finds Gregorian, who misses the layup, and Luka comes away with a rebound. And he's gonna bring it up the floor, find Georgie, back to Luka, fires a 3. It's good for Luka. It's always good to see him shoot well.
And this is a 6-point lead for, oh no, it's not 6 point.
9 point lead.
It was a 9-point lead for GURJAANI.
And Smith puts it up no, and Luka comes away with it. He gets it up to Zarab. And Zarab is going to find it back to Luka on the logo.
And Avi Toomer has a mismatch. Let's see if he gets the ball or not.
Luka is going to shoot another 3. It's
Bang!
good again for Luka. 37-27.
Yeah, the scoreboard was wrong. Now it's a 10-point lead.
And David's going to attack, and he's going to put it up and in off the feed from Jordan Perkins. So 8-point Delta lead on the last 2 threes from Luka.
And what is surprising for me that no player on any team has double digits in 17 minutes of playing time.
And Zarab is going to find number 15 in the corner, back to Zarab, finds Georgie, who puts it with the left hand. I mean, Zarab is very unorthodox out there, but he seems to be able to make the right play and get it there. And Perkins tries to force it up, and Toomer is going to come away with the thing. And I'm not sure.
I don't know what he did there, actually.
I think it was a technical foul call on
There
flopping.
was a technical foul, but I wasn't sure what Martin Grigorian was doing.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that was a technical foul on flopping. Can we see a replay of that if we have time? I wonder if I missed the replay by not looking up at the board.
Yeah. And Caleb gets the 3 point.
I think I might have missed the replay. So it was a technical foul on flopping. That's what I'm going to go with. It's the only thing that it could be, because Zarab fell down right in front of us.
And he could have been complaining too. That's the only 2 reasons why the refs could call technical.
3:15 left, 9-point lead for Delta. And Toomer is going to find Luka for another 3. And he hit another one.
And look at that. He's 3 from range, giving his team 12-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, while the big guy Otar is on the bench and Georgi Ordenidze is replacing him. Again, a missed shot by Foxes.
Hunter hit the side of the backboard, and the coach for the Mad Foxes is not happy. Toomer is looking to direct traffic. He's going to find Luka, who ball fakes, finds number 21, who misses the shot. Ball goes out to Luka, who then finds Zarab, finds the corner, back to a turnover, deflected by Caleb Hunter. And Mika is going to be in transition, and they're going to call a foul on Avi Toomer, and they're going to say he was shooting. So second foul on Toomer. Mika's going to the line to shoot 2. 2:24 left here in the first half.
And Mika is on the line to shoot 2, while Avi Toomer got his second personal of the game. And look at that. Otar Kakadze, this player from the starting lineup for GURJAANI Delta, is back on the court with 3 personal fouls in the end of the third quarter. I guess
that's an
the
interesting
head coach
decision.
of Delta watched the first game, Vahagnim at Foxes, and learned from Coach Vardan.
Well, it's a very interesting substitution because Delta leads by 10 with only 2 minutes left. I mean, risking a 4th foul from one of your starters, with a 10-point lead, you have room to be cautious, with one of your star players. And Zarab is doing a great job orchestrating in that mid-range, and he finds Luka for a layup. So Luka is now the leading scorer in the game with 11, and Dwayne Clark is in the game. And Zarab comes in and gets the steal, and a foul is going to be on Dwayne Clark. So Zarab, you know, we're seeing he didn't start, but he is the captain of the team, and we're starting to see some of the things that he does both offensively and defensively that have really sparked Delta here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think the team doesn't need his shooting, his defense, anything. They just need his spark.
So Zarab's got the ball on the left wing. He finds number 21, which is Georgie. Georgie finds Luka. Luka hands back off to Otar. And here's Luka again on the left wing for three. He hit another one, Luka. And now you're starting to see the talent that we had on that Portugal team with Luka and Zach McIntyre, who played for DC, was on that team. And a few other players who are Webster Simius, who's playing over in Greece now for his rookie season. So it's a very talented team that went over to Portugal and competed this summer, you know, with my squad.
And Mika is getting his 4th point after the mid-range shot while Luka is open on 3 again, but he gives the extra pass to the corner, and Merab Schnegelia gets a 3 to fall.
And it's a 16-point lead here in the first half. And David gets a ball and one, and he's going to go to the line to shoot one to complete the 3-point play.
With 55 seconds in the game, Delta have a 14-point lead, and David can cut the lead down 1 point more.
I mean, really the spark in this second quarter, though, is Zarab and Luka. I mean, Luka's come in and he missed his first 3 pretty badly, and then he's come back and hit 4 threes, making the extra pass, finding the players on the block. Luka, and he's been playing full court defense on Damian Archer and the other guards, American guards of the Mad Foxes. So for a local player, I mean, he's been absolutely phenomenal so far here in the first half. So 50-37, Delta leads.
The captain has the ball on 3, guarded by Big David. Merab gets a ball stream from Georgi. Yeah, the ball will go out of bounds.
With 42 seconds left, 13-point lead for
and 11
Delta.
On the shot clock for Delta to make something happen too. So GURJAANI have their bonus. Foxes committed 3 personal
we
fouls
might have
in
a
the quarter.
5-second call. I mean, I'm not sure what was going on with their Delta because the ball was inbounded and everybody just stood around, and it was a 5-second call. So the ball will go back to the Mad Foxes, and they have a chance to get a 2-for-1 here if they can get a shot up in the next 10 seconds. And Perkins is going to drive and find Big David, who puts up the 3. No. Rebound Hunter puts it back up and in.
Great putback, Caleb. 11-point game. But the last shot, I'm guessing, will
go to Delta.
Yeah, will go to Delta.
Luka's got it. He's going to give it to Otar. And Otar's got it with 10 seconds left. He's going to get a ball screen. Finds Zarab. Zarab's going to drive. Find the shooter in the corner. He's going to put it up. It's blocked by Hunter. And David comes away with it. So we're going to go to halftime with Delta leading 50-39. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
sun out, nigga. I got that dick, can't rock the drum out, nigga. You niggas up too much, and I'm up too much. You can't talk to me, little bitch, you ride the bus too much. They kick me out of elementary, you used to lunch too much. You just skip class and go to school for lunch too much. Nigga, fuck you. Yeah, you too. Bluetooth, straight shot, yeah, Bluetooth. And my bitch ass fat like Bruce. I got an auto, bitch, she only eat couscous. AR-15, make a nigga hit the boat. Don't bring me right the plug, I hit the boat. Don't bring me right the girl, I hit the boat. I ran off on your partner, I'm without a phone. Hold on my bitch, little bitch. Quarter ticket on my wrist, little bitch. Another nigga from the six, little bitch. Another nigga with the shit, little bitch. Don't suck the bottle, this bitch, little bitch. It hurt when you suck the shit, little bitch. Think I'm slipping on my heel, little bitch. Glock bottle, make it tick, little bitch. Streets cold hearted, ain't no feeling there. Boiling now back, yeah, they killing them. I'm a rapper now, but I was dealing them. I know you wanna be served by a nigga. Still a get you get it by the gig. Pull up to the beach, show the chillin' them. Think so much they let me wear my sticky them. They hiding nannies just to win my children. Let you stand it out, I'ma go. AKC you like Titanic, double down the boat. I could spend 10 million, still wouldn't be broke. Say she wanna fuck again, let her hit my bro. Acting like she didn't do it, she must think I'm slow. Way too player, don't got time, just no more. But I'm still 1080, white gon' in the road. Last nigga try to go get this shit, got hit in the nose. Last nigga try to go get this shit, got hit wrong. I ain't looking for no handout, nigga, I don't need a loan. You a little female dog, I know you need a bone. She keep talking me, telling me bring my Peter home. Brand new Robert, brand new Lambo, Venom. Killers pop, fuck it, these feelings sore. Put my whip in sports so I can feel it more. Pop up Percocet so I can drill it more. All my cars expensive, girls say I'm handsome. I don't take a shot, she gon' throw a tantrum. Ass shots on her family, ass shots on my denim. Money can't fit him, auto stick. Bigo plugs I hit him, he a play with him. Slaughter gang on him, 4L gang on him. And my chopper got history. AK-47 blow a kiss with me. You ain't from the city, you a lick to me. You don't come around when I get to me. Most of these rappers be a bitch to me. Acting like they grew up in bitch to me. If you ain't gang, you ain't
So we're back here for the start of the second half between Mad Foxes and GURJAANI Delta. And Delta leads by 11, and they start with the ball here in the half court.
And the big guy Otar is in the game. He had a mismatch under the basket. Dwayne Clark comes to him, and
Lynch
Lynch
gets
gets
a
a three.
So 14-point Delta lead. And you know, the one thing talking with the other American players here in the CBL that are here watching this first look at GURJAANI Delta is how beautiful the basketball, you know, is on the offensive side of the ball. You know, they always make the extra play or the extra pass. You know, they never force things, and they're getting easier shots, and they're finishing. As Lynch gets to the bucket again on Big David.
And the best part is that on Delta, the high scoring player is Luka with 14 points, who is 4 from 5 from the three-point line.
Came off the bench.
Off the bench, yeah.
And not only was he a great offensive threat, but you know, he really disrupted the Mad Fox offense by guarding full court on the American point guards for the Mad Foxes.
And Caleb Pinter gets a mid-range to fall. We're back to a 14-point game.
Ball screen, 3 from Otar, air ball, and he's really had a hard time, you know, getting started today. You know, picking up 2 fouls in the first 40 seconds of the game. So 8:30 left. Delta by 14. Archers has the ball, guarded by Otar, who has 3 personal fouls. And Archer goes straight to the bucket, lays it up and in. So here come the Foxes with a 12-point deficit, with Avi Toomer having the ball on the left wing. And an offensive foul on Georgie on the illegal screen. That's going to be his second personal foul.
And that was the backing up illegal screen from Otar, while again a full court press on Foxes by Delta.
So Archer gets a mid-range, he misses badly, and the ball's going to go out of bounds to Delta.
And judging by his movement, he thought that he was fouled. That's why it was such a weird shot. But then he apologizes to the coach for the air ball.
You know, in an interesting call by, you know, the Mad Foxes at halftime is they're starting 2 Armenians, and Mika is one of those Armenians who came off the bench in the first half. And I will really tell you, I've never seen Mika play. Obviously, we know his brother Arka, you know, from the last couple years. But the defensive effort from Mika and the presence that he brings from the local position, you know, has been really great for the Mad Foxes, you know, in the first few games of the season. And he's being rewarded, you know, with a start in the second half. And Dwayne Clark's going to get down in the paint and put it up and in. Easy layup for Dwayne Clark. So we're going to see, you know, when we're going to see Devin Smith, or it looks like we're going to see Devin Smith real soon as he's sitting at the scores table. And a 3 for Zurab.
There's a second in a row from Zurab. And there's a 16-point game. Good handles by Archer, goes all the way.
No good. And the rebound's going to go away to Otar, then to Toomer, back to Otar, and he's guarded by Hunter here on the left side.
And there's a trap.
And Dwayne Clark got his hand on
the ball. Archer is open on 3.
He's going to fire it. It's up, no good. Rebound poked away by Georgie to Otar, up to Toomer, and Toomer is going to attack. And that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on Dwayne Clark. He did not make a play on the ball, and that's what we were talking about earlier in the first half.
I'll be surprised if you tell people which criteria this is.
That was an unnecessary.
No. Like first, second, third, fourth, or fifth.
I had no idea there was 5 categories of unsportsmanlike.
That is.
I'm going to say that's category 2.
I have no clue. I just know there are 5.
So Toomer's going to go to the line on the unsportsmanlike, and he's going to knock down the first free throw. So, you know, for those of you in America watching that unsure of what that rule means, it means a 2-shot foul with an empty lane, similar to a technical foul. But Delta will also retain possession. So the ball will not go back to the Mad Foxes. Delta will keep it, and it's a 17-point lead with 6:30 left here in the third quarter.
Avi splits the free throws, makes one of them, and gets the ball now on top. Good pass to Georgi under there. Yes, 2 more points by Georgi.
So 64-45.
And
Delta.
9 for Georgi.
Devin Smith is going to get a foul on Toomer, and that's going to be, I think, 3 on Toomer.
And the big guy's trying to convince the referee that was his personal foul, but no.
It's going to
Avi
be Toomer.
Toomer gets his third, so 2 players now in foul trouble for Delta in Avi Toomer and Otar Kakadze.
I'm really glad I have you here where I don't have to say those last names. So the first shot's up and good for Devin Smith. That's an easy one to say. So Devin is going to have a second shot. Delta leads by 18. There's 6:11 left here in the third quarter. And the second shot is also good.
And from the first day I watched Devin Smith, I'm always surprised how his shots go into the basket because of his follow-through. He never closes his hands after the shot. And I'm telling you, it's really surprising.
Lynch is going to have it on the right wing. And he's going to fire 3. Really unorthodox shot approach there. And it goes in and out. Hunter with a rebound, and here comes Jordan Perkins. Perkins gets into the paint. He's going to find David. He's going to hand off to Archer. Archer's on the right wing. He's going to swing it across, and it's going to be a turnover.
And I was thinking that Caleb Hunter was going to get the pass in the corner. And Caleb was open, waiting for the ball, but Archer decided to pass it to Perkins, and the ball went out of bounds. So again, Otar will be the point guard for the possession of Delta. And a ball screen by the big guy, Georgi, again, gets the ball under there.
Great strip. They're going to call a travel on the strip from Caleb Hunter. And Georgi come down with it. You know, that's also a different rule from in the U.S. If the defender knocks the ball out of the hands, you know, it's a live ball, and the offensive player regains possession and dribble. But here, the ball's knocked out of his hands, and he comes down with it. It's going to be a travel call every time. So Caleb Hunter has the ball on the left wing. He's going to give it to Archer. Archer is going to find Big David in the corner for 3, and send it out, and rebound goes to Georgi.
So we can be honest with you people. This is not a bad game for Foxes. They're just not making the shots.
And Toomer gets it up and in with the left hand. So the lead goes back to 19 with under 5 to go here in the third.
And Toomer is on double digits too, while Perkins had a lot of space. Yes, made the mid-range shot.
I mean, that's his first basket of the game, and that's really tough for the Mad Foxes because Jordan Perkins on opening night against Mahogany City was, you know, arguably the most efficient player, you know, almost securing a triple-double. You know, but that's his first basket, and Hunter is going to get it out to Perkins, who finds Hunter again in the corner. And he's going to find Devin Smith to David with the left hand is good, and that's a good offensive possession.
Great caught by Devin Smith, and a find to David. And there's the lead is cut down to 15. And Avi Toomer again will have 2 screens on each side.
3's no good. Rebound to Devin Smith. And Smith is going to bring it up the right side. And he's going to attack and find Hunter, who he's going to try to put up the little left-handed floater, and it's good. So, timeout,
yes,
Delta.
That's it. Delta needs a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back after the timeout. The Foxes cut the lead down to 13 points. And again, the ball goes to the corner. Well, there was a missed three, but the ball will still be in Delta's possession. But after a fight for the rebound, the Foxes players tip it out of bounds. Otar gets the ball on three.
There's Lynch on the left wing. He's guarded by Smith. And Lynch is going to hand off to Arakli. And he's going to drive baseline. I mean, they really find the open man. You get an easy shot as Georgie gets it with the left hand. I mean, that's a beautiful basketball.
From the first second, as you told me, Georgie is giving out Jokic vibes all around the court. Good passes, good finishing with both hands.
Archer.
And again, good defense by Otar, not letting Archer get a shot out, but Devin Smith gets the floater to fall.
The Mad Foxes have found a lot of success getting into the paint and knocking down those little 12 to 13 foot floaters over the last few minutes. So Otar is going to get in the paint, put it up and good. So Otar is matching the Mad Foxes, getting into the paint. 15-point Delta lead, 2:43 left here in the third quarter. So Perkins has got it against Toomer, and he's going to try to attack, and he gets stripped. And I really think that was a bad call on that one.
And I was going to say, Perkins is lucky to get away with that. I thought it went off from his foot.
Yep, off his knee, it looked like, on the strip. But the ball stays with Mad Foxes, and the ball goes into Hunter, and Hunter is going to have it at the top of the key, and he's going to try to attack Otar, who finds David for three in the corner. Error off the front rim. It looked like it was going to be long. Otar is now going to attack, find Georgie, and Damian Archer is going to knock it out of bounds.
And yet again, Big David struggling from the three today. He's missed three of them, if I'm remembering it correctly. And Toomer will bring the ball onto the floor.
He'll find Georgie. Georgie, fake handoff, finds Lynch. And Lynch on the basket is going to miss because of his own rebound and put it back up and in. So that little fake handoff worked as Georgie went baseline, as we were talking about Jokic's. He's a really solid big guy.
And it's
for
surprising
Delta.
for me that Delta have been dominating Foxes under the basket, while Foxes have the two tallest people today on the court, and David and Dwayne Clark. And as we're talking about, Touchdown gets 2 more points.
Great
and
feed.
that's its 7th point of the game.
Great feed from Perkins on the drive. Otar is going to be down on the paint, and he's going to take Archer. And a great move from Otar. So he sat most of the first half with 3 fouls, but he's starting to show, why he was a starter here in this Delta lineup. So Big David's going to have the ball. He's going to put up the mid-range, and it's good. And that's been the spot for the Foxes consistently here in the third quarter. But they have to get stops on this end if they're going to have a chance to come back here in the final 11 minutes of the game. Otar tries to throw up the shot on the miss.
And he wasn't even close to making it.
Oh, and the miss
It was
pass.
a good pass, but not good hands.
And Lynch is going to end up with the dunk on the other side, as there's multiple players down. Number 15, Araki for Delta, and Perkins for the Mad Foxes.
So David and Jordan going to the bench, while Mika and Dwayne Clark come back in.
A lot of bickering on the Mad Fox bench, frustration, as they're struggling to, get anything done against, this defense. And Delta's really been working them on the offensive end, getting good shots and knocking down, the ones that matter.
Yeah. And we have under a minute left, 50 seconds to go to the third quarter, 76-59. Delta are still in the lead. Caleb is on 3, gets the ball, shoots one, misses it short.
So Otar is going to have the ball on the right side. He's going to be guarded by Mika, who's arguably the best defender for the Foxes. And a ball screen is going to come from George. And Otar is going to find him. And great steal by Damian Archer. Hunter's got it. Hunter's in transition, and Hunter's going to lay it in. So
now this is what the Foxes need, to have a help side defender always under their basket, because most of the shots of Delta were made with only one defender under there. And Otar is open at 3 again. Great pass to Irakli, but the ball goes Out of bounds from Dwayne Clarkson.
So 5 seconds left here in the third quarter, 15-point lead. Let's see if Delta can increase their lead going into the fourth quarter.
And Irakli, I'm guessing, is going to get a screen from Georgi. And there you go, 5-second violation one more time. And the Foxes have 5 seconds for themselves. Devin Smith needs to hurry up. He shoots a long one. Bang! Cuts the lead down to 12 points.
76-64. And that will be the end of the third quarter. We'll be back in a minute for the fourth. So we're back here for the fourth quarter. GURJAANI Delta leads by 12, and the clock didn't stop, so we're going to have to re-inbound it. There's a situation with the shot clock as we're waiting to take that in control. So there's going to be looks like 9:56 on the clock.
And 20 seconds on shot clock.
Yep. There it is. So everything's all set up now, and the ball is going to go into Dwayne Clark. And Clark is going to hand off to Archer. Archer is going to have Toomer on him. And he gets in the paint, can't finish, but Dwayne Clark's going to put it back up and in. So now it's a 10-point game.
And you see how they play defense against Archer. Whenever he pump fakes from the three-point line, I'm sure everybody knows that Archer does not like the three-pointer that much, but a great defensive play by Damian.
And the ball will go out of bounds back to Delta.
And Delta has 13 seconds for their possession. They'll be playing from their own half court.
Looks like Toomer's a little nursing that knee on that where he got taken out by Archer on the dive. So we'll see how Toomer reacts here in the fourth quarter. So it was a 15-point game with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. The turnover on the 5-second call that led to the Devin Smith long three at the buzzer, and then Dwayne Clark's cleanup at the first basket, or the first miss, so you're here in the fourth quarter, and all of a sudden it's a 10-point game. You know,
and yet that's a really big opportunity for Mad Foxes to come back in the game, and they have the fire in them right now. As Toomer gets a ball stream, goes all the way. Good defense.
Great shot.
Mika, better offense.
Great shot by Luka. And here's Luka back in the game for the fourth quarter, guarding up Damian Archer full court. Archer looked like a travel to me.
Yeah, it looked like it.
But Dwayne Clark there it is, the travel.
And this is a good call too. It didn't look like a travel, but it was.
For Dwayne Clark.
Yes, so Dwayne Clark. And the previous one looked like one, it wasn't
called. So Toomer's going to have the ball, 9 minutes to go here in the fourth. He's going to attack, try to do the Euro, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Archer, and it will stay with Delta with 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
And it's funny how every time when a ball goes out of bounds, Dwayne Clark is showing with his hand the other direction, and you see how much the guy wants to win.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
Toomer is going to have the ball for three in the corner, and bang, there it is. So just like that, 15-point lead for Delta with under 9 to go. So
It's
Archer,
only a minute for them to gain the big lead back to them. Archer has the ball. Didn't pass it to Dwayne. Devin goes all the way. What a great take to
so Devin Smith has come alive here in the second half. You know, he has, been the leader offensively for the Mad Foxes. So Toomer is going to shoot in the corner. He's going to ball fake, and it's going to be a foul called on Dwayne Clark. So for Dwayne Clark, that's going to be his third personal, it looked like, and yes, it is. So 8:21 left, 13-point Delta lead.
So only the third player of the game to have a foul trouble, which in this kind of situation, in this time of the game, is not technically a foul trouble.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the ball is inbounded to Georgie. He's going to hand off to Toomer, and the ball is deflected out of bounds and off Avi Toomer's side, and the ball will go to the Mad Foxes. Hunter's got it. He's going to throw it ahead to Mika. Mika's going to lay it up, and it's in. So here comes the Mad Foxes again.
Yeah, we've
down
been
11.
talking about Avi and Lynch a lot during the game. Well, Lynch didn't show himself a lot in the game. He has scored 12 points, and Avi has 16. So combined, they have 28 points together, which helps the team a lot to maintain the lead of 11 points now.
So Toomer, guarded by Archer. Toomer is going to try to get in the lane, and he's going to be fouled by Hunter, and he's going to go to the line to shoot two. So Toomer with 16 points. He's tied for the lead with Georgie, the big man, Mr. Jokic, with 16. So Toomer can take the team lead with these two free throws. The first one is up and good. So 17 points now for Avi Toomer, the rookie, or not rookie. He played in Kosovo and he's played in Albania. But rookie to the CBO League with 18 points.
And I forgot to tell you, you're telling that it's hard for you to pronounce. Archer will go to the line. You're telling me that it's hard for you to pronounce the last names of the guys, but you're forgetting that you have in America a guy whose name is Giannis, and his last name is pretty easy for you now, isn't it?
I'm not going to go that far. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Are you serious?
How bad
I was
is
so
that?
sure you was going to say it right.
No, absolutely
It
not.
was really bad.
Really bad?
Yeah. It's Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, see, I'm not a good pronunciation.
Okay.
But Giannis is really good, and you can say the Greek freak, and everybody will understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You just got to find the way around on all those types of things.
I found the way around to your name, Dustin Simchoch.
What?
Simchoch. Simchoch, yeah, Dustin Simchoch. And Archer missed the free throw one more time. Look
Missed
at
both
that.
of them. Missed both of them.
This is
Very
the second
rare.
time where he's missing in this game both of the free throws that he takes. And Avi is again high on the three, guarded by Devin Smith.
Nice trap. He finds Luka. Back to Luka, who's going to put up the three. In and out. And there's the captain getting the offensive rebound and keeping the possession alive. Three's up
And look
good.
at that ball movement. Of course, the ball was going to go into the basket.
Beautiful basketball. Offensive rebound by Zarab, who found it to Murab, who knocked down the three. And now Cameron Hunter is going to launch a three from the top of the key, and it's no good.
And this is one of your favorite situations. That's Zarab to Murab, like JJ
There it
to JJ.
is. We're gonna see Devin Klika tonight against Olympi. So hopefully we'll get to say the JJ to RJ to JJ back to RJ scenario.
And there was travel while Avi was kind of confused, didn't know what happened. But yeah, that was a right call. 16-point lead, 7 minutes to go.
Archer's in his spot in the mid-range, and he puts it in. So Damian Archer now with 12 points, 86-72 with 6:45 left here in the final period. Mad Foxes need stops if they're going to get back in the game, and a kick ball called on the Mad Foxes. And it almost wasn't called, but the Russian referee Slav saw it from under the basket, and he called it. Ball's inbounded to Toomer, 6:40 left. Georgie's got it. He gives it back to Toomer for three. It's good.
Look at
Avi
the game
Toomer.
Toomer is showing.
21 points for Avi Toomer. It's 89-72.
First player to have 20 plus.
Archer,
And Archer comes
no
back
good.
to out of the way. Not good hands by the captain of Delta, and the staff on the bench is even smiling with sadness. We can't even say the word. Dwayne has it in the paint.
Great move by Clark, but he can't finish it, and the ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Mad Foxes.
And it's a 17-point game. 6 minutes to go.
And a foul is going to be called on, it looks like Avi Toomer. That might be his fourth. That could be a big foul.
Yeah, that's a big trouble for Delta. The best scorer for the game. Oh,
Nope.
Okay,
The foul goes on Marab. That's his first.
Everything's changed.
So 2 team fouls apiece. 6:18 left here in the fourth quarter. And Archer's got it, guarded by Luka.
And Luka is giving Archer a lot of space, but Damian again is not taking that shot. Devin Smith.
Rebound goes to Toomer, and Archer got it. And a jump ball, and it will go to Delta. So the Mad Foxes are running out of time here, as it's a 17-point deficit with 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And both Foxes and Delta have 5 players with double digits in the game. So besides Avi Toomer, who scored 21, no player has 20 plus points. So you can all understand how well-rounded both teams are in their scoring today. And let's not forget about how many times Foxes missed easy shots. And yes, there's an 8-second violation in Delta, so good defense. Now the referee will go to the head coach of Delta to explain to him the official rules for the 8-second violation. Well, the offensive player from Delta was dribbling the ball in his own backcourt, and the ball was tipped out of bounds by the Mad Foxes player. The referee looked at the shot clock, saw that there was 14 on the shot clock, so it means not even 8 or 9, but 10 seconds have passed from the 24 seconds. That's why that's an 8-second violation, which is not a wrongful call.
5:53 left here in the fourth. Archer's got a great pass to Mika. He can't finish. But a great pass. Mika comes up with an offensive rebound. He's going to attack, and he's going to get a travel called on the baseline. So a great pass from Archer down to the block. Can't finish it. And the ball will go to Delta. It looks like Alexander is going to come in for the Mad Foxes. Mika is going to head to the bench. And Toomer has the ball for Delta. Toomer is going to illegal screen set by Georgie again. That's the third time they've gotten a Delta player for a moving screen.
And that's the third foul for Georgie too. So no players with 4 fouls now. We were thinking about Avi getting it, but the foul was given to another player.
So Archer's got it now, and Archer is going to try to attack. He finds Hunter in the corner for 3. In and out. Rebound to Archer. Archer in the mid-range. He puts it up and in. So 89-74, 5:20 left. 15-point Delta lead. Toomer has got it, guarded by Smith. And Toomer is going to attack.
And again, Devin gets away with a foul call.
Luca comes away with it, and a foul is going to go on Damian Archer.
And this is the third team foul for Foxes to both team with 3, with 5 minutes to go, and a 15-point lead for Delta. Archer picks up his second, and David, Big David will check in for Foxes while Dwayne Clark is going to the bench again. Dwayne Clark too, not having the best game of his life, while he has scored 10 points already.
And Luca misses the layup, but the offensive rebound goes back to Delta. Great ball fake, can't finish, and Damian Archer is going to come away with it. Archer is going to be in the half court. He's going to find Hunter. Hunter is going to lay it up and in on the tip in from Caleb Hunter. So
Great job, Caleb Hunter.
13-point
Recovered
lead.
from his miss, got the tip to fall. Avi has a big man on him.
Toomer is going to try to find somebody. He finds Zarab. Zarab's going to try to attack, and it's going to be a foul called on Alexander.
And there you go, the 4th team foul for Foxes. 4 minutes and 28 seconds with a bonus for Delta, and there's a timeout called. We'll be back in a minute.
And we're back here for the final 4.5 minutes of the game, and Ricardo Lynch is going to check back in for Delta, which is a very impressive fourth quarter for Delta, where they've been able to manage this lead with, arguably one of their best players sitting on the bench. So Archer's got it. He's going to bring it up the right side. Luca has been on him all day. He's going to be guarding him. Lynch is on the big guy, David. Caleb Hunter's got it with Toomer guarding him. Archer is going to try to get in the mid-range. There it is. He puts it up and in.
Finally, Archer is finding some rhythm.
89-78, 11-point lead, under 4 to go.
And Foxes desperately need Damian's shots like this, while Lynch is on 3, guarded by David. And the captain of Delta is under there.
Oh,
David
David got the
steals the
steal.
ball from the point guard, Avi.
And
there you go. And one.
Damian Archer. So the steal by David, he got it ahead to Archer, and he got the end one. So Archer can go to the line to cut it to 8.
So it's one shot.
So both teams are now in the bonus. So every foul here in the final 3 minutes and 40 seconds will be 2 free throws. Archer's at the line. He's going to shoot the 1 to try to cut it to 8, and he does. So let's see what Delta has to answer. This is the closest it's been.
And in this kind of situation, in an important situation, Archer is getting a 3-point play.
Here comes Lynch to set the high screen. Great defense by the Foxes. Toomer is going to find Lynch. He's going to put up the 3, and it's in. Big shot by Ricardo Lynch.
And this was a big shot.
Great find by Avi Toomer.
Yeah.
92-81.
Devin Smith is open on 3. Archer still not passing. Finally passes it, but
Turnover.
loses the ball.
Here comes Toomer. Toomer is going to go. He's going to find Zorab, who's going to find Luca, who's going to put it up with the left hand. And Damian Archer looks like he's hurt. It looks like he might have a cut on his left eye. And the referee's calling for a substitution. There's definitely a cut on Damian Archer's face. The trainer is going to attend to him, but a sub comes in. It's going to be Jordan Perkins.
And he is with the ball. Shoots from mid-range.
And he puts it up
makes
and in.
it.
So straight off the bench and in for Jordan Perkins. So 2:40 left here in the fourth quarter. And the MVP from last year, Damian Archer, is on the bench. Toomer is going to drive, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And if Alexander was smart enough to not foul for a second, it would have been an offensive foul as Avi opened his hand on the drive. But he is on the line. Both teams have bonuses. And there's an 11-point lead for Delta.
Toomer's first shot is up and
Making
good.
it 12.
So Avi's got 22 to lead 5 Delta players in double figures. Luca's got 16 to go along with Georgie, 16, and Ricardo Lynch has got 15.
And on the Foxes, the leading scorer is on the bench with a cut on his face. Damian Archer has 19 points. Devin Smith shoots a 3,
No
misses it.
Zurab
Captain
with the
takes the ball.
rebound. And Zurab is going to, and that's going to be an offensive foul called on the captain, Zurab, taken by Jordan Perkins.
And as you always like to say, when there's an offensive foul, it's not affected by the bonus. So from their own half court, Foxes will start playing. There's the replay. Yes, there was an offensive foul. And the coach of Delta was complaining that his player was standing in the semicircle under the basket, but the referee is sure that he was out of it. David Smith, one more made basket.
And I think the Georgian coach was also upset, because the referee who called the charge was way far away, where the two referees that were under the basket, they kept the whistle, to themselves.
And Avi's playing amazing right now, doing everything for the team, going to the basket, getting fouls.
So it's 96-85. Delta leads, under 2 minutes to go. Damian Archer is still being attended to by the trainer. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to come back here in the final 2 minutes. And Delta now with a 12-point lead on the Avi Toomer made free throw. Second shot is no good, and Caleb Hunter comes away with a rebound, and Hunter is going to try to lead the break, and Hunter is going to get fouled on the floor. So the bucket will not count, but Hunter will go to the line to shoot 2.
And there's a 12-point lead.
And
It is not going to be easy for Foxes.
4th foul on Avi Toomer. 4th foul on Toomer, so 1:51 left. Hunter is going to go to the line to try to cut it to 10. First shot is up and good for Caleb Hunter, the rookie from UNC Greensboro in North Carolina.
And I'm sure that Jordan Perkins is going to try to play a full court defense, which he does.
So 97-87, 1:45 to go. Toomer dribbles it off his foot and out of bounds. Great defense by Devin Smith, and it'll be a timeout by the Mad Foxes. We'll be back in a minute. We're back here for the final 1:40. Dwayne Clark gets in the paint, misses the layup, rebound, goes to Perkins, and he puts it up and in.
Somehow the ball goes in. Foxes get the lucky bounce. And the lead is finally cut down from double digits. There's an 8-point lead for Delta with 1:30 to go.
Otar has it. He's going to get it to the captain, Zarab. And Zarab is going to nifty in and out move. Finds, shoot in the corner, no good. Rebound David. And David's going to throw it ahead to Caleb. Caleb's going to run in transition. And he gets it nearly poked away by Lynch. He throws up an errant fadeaway, no good. And the rebound goes to Ricardo Lynch. And he hands it off to Otar.
And of course, Delta is nothing to worry about. They don't need to play fast. They will waste as much time as possible with 53 seconds to go and 7 on the shot clock. Luka has the ball, waiting for Zurab to put a screen.
And that's going to be a shot clock violation. So, good defense by the Foxes, but I don't think Delta's too concerned because they just wasted a full 24. And a timeout's going to be called. We'll be back in a minute.
So 42 seconds, 8-point game.
Still no Damian Archer. Perkins looking for Dwayne Clark. He finds him. He's under the bucket, and that's going to be an offensive foul with a hook. Dwayne Clark gave the hook, and the referee found him, and that's going to be the 4th personal foul on Dwayne Clark.
And Devin Smith telling everybody that they need to play full court defense, but I don't think there's enough time for Foxes to do that.
Lynch gets it ahead to Zarab. Zarab's in the open court, and he's going to dribble it out, and it doesn't even look like the Mad Fox is going to try to foul. They're just going to let him dribble it out. So it looks like that's going to be it. Lynch to Luka, and that's really going to be it. Lynch is going to put the shot up in the corner before the shot clock, and it's no. And Marab misses the layup, and it doesn't really matter because that's going to be the game as GURJAANI Delta wins 97-89. And they're going to put 1 second back on the clock. So we can't leave just yet. We got to wait 1 more second.
We'll just wait a second.
It's over.
Yeah,
all right, we'll
that's
see you tonight, 8 p.m. BCDC plays Olympi for the second game of the day. We'll see you tonight.